It's Fighting Hawks weekend at the Brick Center, and the Huskies are looking to find a spark in their game as a tough but struggling North Dakota Fighting Hawks travel to St. Cloud. Welcome to Husky Hockey Weekend Preview. I'm your host, Felicity Harding. Before we preview this weekend's contest, we have to discuss last weekend, which saw St. Cloud State travel to Baxter Arena where they took on the Omaha Mavericks. The Huskies were able to keep both games close, but once again were unable to hold on for a full 60 minutes, resulting in losses for the boys in black. The Mavericks swept the Huskies for their 8th NCHC loss in a row, which is now their longest conference losing streak in program history. Last weekend, amongst the struggles, junior forward Grant Ashawn was able to tally 1 goal and 2 assists for 2 points on the weekend. He was the only Husky with more than 1 point from the series. Ashawn is now third on the team in goals with 5, behind Bernovic, who has 10, and Gross, who has 8. Speaking of Bernovic, the Hobie Baker nominee also found his offensive game, scoring for the first time since winning gold for Team USA at the World Juniors. Faceoffs continue to be one of the lone bright spots in the Huskies game, as sophomore forward Tyson Gross won 21 of 40 faceoffs, and senior forward Mason Salquist won 23 of 35. Overall, the Huskies won 70 of 122 faceoffs over the weekend. The Huskies' faceoff win percentage is 6th in the nation, having won 54.8% of their faceoffs. Shifting gears to this weekend's opponent, the University of North Dakota didn't fare much better against Western Michigan, as the Fighting Hawks were also swept by the Broncos, losing 3-2 in overtime on Friday and 5-1 on Saturday. The Fighting Hawks did not have any players who had multi-point weekends, as all 3 UND goals were scored or assisted by different players. Sophomore defensemen Abram Wiebe and Caleb McDonald led the team in block shots with 5. The Fighting Hawks are no slouches when it comes to faceoffs. University of North Dakota sits right below the Huskies in the faceoff win percentage category at 7th in the nation, having won 54.5% of their faceoffs, with senior forwards Jake Schmaltz, Carter Wilkie, and Cameron Berg controlling the dot. Last time these two teams met was in early December when the Huskies traveled to Grand Forks for a 2-game series. St. Cloud was ultimately swept, which started their conference play losing streak. The Huskies were shut out on Friday night before losing a close one in overtime on Saturday. Freshman forward Austin Bernovic and sophomore forward Barrett Hall lead the Huskies in points against the Fighting Hawks, both having 2. The Brick Center will be rocking this weekend as the Huskies look to get back in the win column and ultimately put an end to their losing ways. If you are unable to make it to the games, you can watch on Fox 9 Plus or NCHC TV, or you can listen on KNSI. I'm Felicity Harding. This is Husky Hockey Weekend Preview.